if you've ever been stranded in a country different than the one you're supposed to be in, then you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about right now. I wanted to just make a quick video to talk about how to work through problems in your business, and I think in life in general, but I'm less qualified to talk about that. But I wanted to talk about what do I think about when I think about how do I approach this problem, right? So this isn't going to be a tactical video about like do one, two, three. This is more how do I think when I'm faced with a problem and I think, okay, we gotta get over it. We gotta solve this issue. And to do that, let me just tell you a quick story about my day and why I look so tired and disheveled. This morning, I was supposed to take a flight back to the United States from where I'm living in Medellin, Colombia, and I was going to be hosting a 3-day hackathon with one of my VIP clients. On the 4th day, I was going to be I had a series of meetings. I had a client meeting as well, and then I was going to be hosting a workshop, a corporate workshop on Friday night. And on Saturday, I used to live in Denver, and so I was just going to enjoy my time, go to one of my old favorite restaurants, and hang out at one of my old favorite cafes that I actually used to work at, and then fly back out on Saturday night. Well, so this morning I go through the whole choreography. I get in a taxi early in the morning, and I have to haggle in for cash and things like that. And I get to the airport, get through customs and security, get a cappuccino. I'm standing in line talking to someone about just how much I love the music in Colombia. I love to salsa. My favorite is merengue, and which is a Dominican style of music. But anyway, all this, and I go to scan my boarding pass to get on the plane, and the person says, you can't board this flight. And the reason for this is because international COVID regulations have changed, specifically from flying from Colombia to the United States. And not only did I need a proof of vaccine, which I had, but I needed a more recent COVID test than I had. It needed to be within 3 days. So they didn't let me on the plane. And so I have to go back through the migración. I have to get the stamp on my passport annulled, which has made me like the most foolish feeling in the world. I had to go find a COVID test outside the airport. Turns out that in New York, so I lived in New York before this. In New York, COVID tests are free, but here they're 100,000 pesos, like $25 or so. And so I had to go, and I didn't have any cash because I just unexpectedly given it to the taxi driver this morning, which is fine. But then I had to go all the way back into the airport, find a cajero, which is like an ATM here, get 100,000 pesos in cash, go all the way back, get a COVID test. Rapid tests here aren't 15 minutes like in the United States. They're 45 to 60 minutes. And so I was sitting there waiting for my results for close to an hour. And then I had to go back, wait another hour in the Copa Airlines line to try to find another flight. And I had to do this all in like my Spanish is very basic, and I have a hard time understanding. It's very broken Spanish, which is fine. I love getting to learn Spanish in this country, but very frustrating in this scenario. And so all to be given a number that I had to call. I had to figure out how to put minutes on my phone in Spanish because it was out, and I couldn't use WhatsApp for this number. And just long story short, ended up having to wait 30 minutes each time. I say each time because both times the representative, either our calls got disconnected or they hung up, I don't know. And so I ended up I just went back downstairs, had to get more cash, I had to haggle another taxi driver, came back to my apartment here, and then had to spend several more hours on the phone and haggling my schedule and things like that, finally to get a flight to Denver on Wednesday afternoon. So I'm supposed to start my work tomorrow, and have a 3-day engagement with a client. The 4th day, I have 2 more engagements with 2 more clients. And now I won't be able to start any of that until Thursday, and I still have to fly out on Saturday night. So, and in between, there are a lot of other steps, but I just had an extremely frustrating day. And I kept thinking to myself, I just want to escape this situation. But short of some drastic measures, and quitting my business, leaving my clients hanging, just disappearing off the map, which I just feel like isn't just a morally right thing to do by my clients and the people that I serve and people that I genuinely want to help. I was thinking, what am I supposed to learn from this scenario, and how do I solve it? I can't escape the situation. The only way out is through. And so what do I have to learn by that? And I realized some other things that I've been learning in my business, and it's coming together here, which is what I want to share with you. Something I learned recently, or something I was challenged to think about more seriously by a guy named Steve Larson, is the concept of just-in-time learning. And I apply this to problem solving. I think about what's the just-in-time solution. What's like the next step I have to take to get to this scenario, right? Because the only way out is to actually just grit my teeth and get through this in the most like technically efficient way possible. I think of this when I actually, believe it or not, I gained 20 pounds last year. I know I'm still pretty skinny, but this is 20 pounds heavier than I was last year. And I was, for the first time, just getting really into powerlifting in the gym. Squats, deadlifts, bench press, just the big lifts and trying to put up some big numbers. And oftentimes, I didn't want to be there. Like, lifting is just not the thing. I'm passionate about exercise and fitness, but like lifting in particular was something I had to evolve and grow to love. And I remember one of my trainers told me that when you don't want to be here, the fastest way to get out of your workout is just to do everything as like technically efficiently as you can. Just be technical, be efficient, do what you need to do it well, do it precisely, and it's going to go so smooth that you'll get out. Right? Better than I like spending 5 minutes in between sets, texting on my phone, and just waiting all this time and not doing sets really well. No, get in, do what you need to do, get out. And so I've been thinking the same thing in terms of with my flight today. Okay, what was the very next step I needed to execute? Okay, I just needed to go find a COVID test somewhere. Okay, I needed to go back and just talk to someone about changing my flight. Okay, I needed to give a call. Okay, I need to figure out how to put minutes on my phone in Spanish, right? I have a hard time understanding the automated lady because she's talking really quickly to me, right? And then, okay, the next step is I need to get on the phone and I need to make sure we don't get disconnected, or if we do, we have a way to reconnect, so I don't have to wait a half hour to an hour every time I'm on the phone. Okay, now I need to pay the cancellation fee, but I need to do it on a separate card, whatever. Now that I have my flight set, I need to change things with one client. And when I change things with one client, I need to change things with another client. And I need to change some things that were just personal activities that I wanted to do in Denver because I have an obligation to my clients who are paying me, and so now I need to have those conversations. Okay, it turns out I need to, in order to think through this stuff, I need to eat and hydrate and take care of my body and things like that. And so I'm just breaking down each step. I don't have to have, and this is what I think is different than the way most people will tell you to solve problems in your business, is that I personally believe, and you don't have to believe this, but I personally believe you don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to have the plan, right? Clarity is big. Clarity is a huge part of what I do, right? And clarity enables you to do things that seem monumental or things that you might be procrastinating on. Oftentimes, all you need is clarity to solve that issue. But sometimes it seems so big that it's what's the next step that I need to take? There's that great, I think it's a Chinese proverb, that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And I find myself just living by that so much these days. What's that next step I need to take? I can't see the whole 1,000 miles. I can't see my whole journey. I can't see the next plane I'm going to get on. I can't see how I'm going to navigate this situation in Spanish. I can't see how, even if I get to the United States and get to Denver, how I'm going to make things up to my clients and work things out so that it's a win for them, right? And not just one client, but multiple clients, right? I can't see all of that, but what I could do was just see the next step. And it was up to me to take that next step efficiently and gracefully and with excellence every step of the way. And I think that's how you need to be approaching problems in your business. I have a marketing problem. My ads aren't working. Nothing I'm doing is working. I hired the wrong person. Excuse me. I've been there. Other things where there might not just be a quick solution, like be consistent or pay someone or delegate this, right? When there's not a clear solution, when you're struggling to get clarity on the whole thing, don't worry about having a whole plan. Don't worry about having the whole thing figured out. All you need is to see the next step and to get it done efficiently. So that's my message to you today. I hope that inspires. I hope that serves. My only request is if it does, just hit the like button and give me a comment down below. Tell me what resonated. Tell me, if you've been in a similar situation and how you handled it. And that would mean the world to me. So thanks so much. And I'll be in the United States later this week. Until then, Cheers.